you, being this multi-hyphenated, I mean, you might multi-hyphenate like a mofo.
Work obsessive.
But I mean, you rock so many dope hats, from hosting 3 shows and writing best-selling novels and stand-up comedy and acting and all these things, and not waiting for Hollywood or the comedy gods to anoint you as the next this or that. Like, you hustled your ass off.
More like everything you said, and more like what I was like, if I wait for somebody to bring these things to me, they will never come.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? They'll never ever come to me. So I've got to go out there and create them for myself. And like, this year I directed some music videos, and I was like, I really want to direct more long form stuff. I have to get like an arsenal of short form pieces I've done. So I just went to all my friends who were in bands and said, hey, if you let me come to your show and have all access to you for a couple of days, I will give you a music video. No matter what happens after, I had an amazing time creating these things. Like the work itself is the reward.
Right.
So every single time I do something, so what I'm doing is like, am I engaged? Am I excited? Was it fun? And then also, like, for these videos, you know, they're rock bands.
Yeah.
You know, no one's gonna come give a black woman a directorial
See,
job on a
that's
rock
another
band.
thing that's another thing we have in common, because you're a rock and a metal fan?
Well, the first album, first of all, I grew up in San Francisco. So, you know, the first album I bought was Metallica's Kill 'Em All. My first live show was Black Flag at the Farm in San Francisco.
Oh,
so
you're hardcore.
but because I was always an outsider, I just stopped worrying about fitting in. I was like, I'm just gonna like the stuff I like, you know? Because when I first started stand up, also everybody wanted me to be Def Comedy Jam, and I was like, not only am I not that way, I couldn't even fake it. So I'm not even gonna try to fake it.
But I love you. I read a quote where you said, like, you waited for your audience to find you. Like, all right, you know, I don't need to go clamoring for whatever. I need to be who I am, and they will find me.
And I think the art's the reward. So when people come to me and they say, I want to be an actor, I want to be a comedian, I go, don't do this unless you love it so much you can't do anything else.
And don't do it to be a superstar.
Yeah,
that's a whole different set of...
It's probably not going to happen for you. And so if you don't love your art, you will never be happy. But if you can be happy doing plays, and if you can be happy writing, if you can be happy performing in coffee houses, then when success comes, you'll have had years of just personal joy, right? Because that's what keeps you going when you get the door slammed in your face over and over again.
Every day.
Everybody does. We all do. There's no way you can avoid it.
I want to ask you about comedy. Black women in comedy.
Right.
Where's the love?
We're in there, but
you know what I mean, I still feel like the exposure that is given to them and the opportunities compared
like
to
it's
white, and then also
I feel like it's gender.
It's
so
just
I feel like it was
gender-based?
like, I feel like first it was like white male comedians that were getting all the heat, then it was black male comedians, and now it's white female comedians, and then we're the caboose. We're the caboose. You know what I mean?
Well, that's kind of usually how
you
it
know,
always
which is how it is in culture. But when you are an outlier, it just takes a while for everybody to start seeing what you're doing, and you know.
How much do you have you? Because I mean, you've been doing comedy for what, 20 years?
20. It's my 21st year doing
So
stand-up,
how much has it changed being a woman, being a black woman in comedy? How much is?
I'll tell you one thing. Like
how much has it changed?
For me now, looking at my audiences, the thing I'm really proud of is how many of my audiences are men. How many of my audiences are white men and Asian guys and Latino guys. Like I feel like men take women comedians more seriously. I mean, I don't think 10 years ago a guy would say his favorite comedian was a woman. What's changing now is just more women, more comedians are getting the kind of exposure that allows them to be free to do their own thing.
Hey, ladies!
Now do you want to climb more? Do you feel like you want to do it more? Are you tired?
I can just hang out.
You want to go hang out?
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go kick it for a minute. Come on.
Oh, no, I hate you.
I could have chosen to be a mom 25, or I could have chosen to go on the road and do stand-up and be an artist. And the choices that I made have led me to the place I am now. In my head, I'm a plump, unkempt Englishman.